Try again. Good morning, people, pets, and everybody else on the spectrum. Hope you're all okay. Hope you're keeping well. Enjoying what bit of sunshine we've had this week. I was going to do this one yesterday, but I've been trying to put words right in my head, and it's not working, so I'm just going to see how it comes out. A while back, after the events of last summer, which was preceded by the horrific killings of those three angels up in Southport, something that must never ever be forgotten. When Labour went all out to put anybody that dissented, not just the violent ones, but anybody that dissented in words. So that's Mercs, because I know somebody's going to pop up and give me crap. And people was getting put in prison for saying things, for writing things down, not even violent things, for literally stating that they prayed for their grandchildren, R.I.P. Pete Lynch, and other people had been put in for a long time. And you had, at the time, one or two of commentators on here, one or two of the party centrist right side of things, start questioning, doubting whether we was having the right effect that we wanted to with the United Kingdom movement, with things that people was trying to do and put in. And I said then that it felt that we was being separated from each other by the left, by the Labour government and his cronies and his two-tier policing and judiciary and everything that just seemed to separate the British from any other ethnic based group of people. Anyway, as time's gone on, the treatment of Tommy has been unbelievably cruel, to the point of torture, not just of isolation now. Some psychologists said anything over 15 days isolation is classed as torture under some United Nations ruling. Taking into account he's been in isolation for over 130 days now. Then you can see the level of the inhumane behaviour by the powers that be. But then we've now come to a point where you've got infighting on social media amongst people who are observers or political commentators, whichever way they call themselves. I've always said I'm a conscientious observer. You've got infighting. You've even got the likes of Paul Thorpe questioning if it's worth it. And I hope he realises that it is worth it, because he does bring a lot of people together. He does unite a lot of people. But I understand, just from my outside perspective, it's tiring, constantly trying to keep people marching on together, keep people walking forward at the same time. And then you've got, it's all right having rifts within the Conservatives or rifts within the Labour Party, but you're now having rifts within Reform again. We had that before when Nigel Farage and Lee Anderson, to a point, slagged off anybody that was a Tommy Robinson supporter or a fan of, saying they didn't want their votes. Then had it when Elon Musk came in with, a huge open checkbook, but Nigel Farage didn't want his ego to be flicked a little bit, did he? So he up and bitched. And then you now got a spat with Rupert Lowe, who, to me, Rupert Lowe is probably the best of the best when it comes to politicians that listen and talk. Because Lee Anderson had a spat with Ben Habib the other day as well, didn't he? So I said back when they was locking everybody up, so August, September, October time, that they was driving a wedge down people that did support the movement, and it looks more and more likely. People are angry at this new two-tier policing, where if you're not a straight white Christian male in the UK, you're going to get off with crimes that a straight white British male, straight white British male, is going to be arrested and sentenced for. The rest of the different minority groups, different ethnicities, different sexual genders, ideologies and so on, they're going to get more of a chance of being just put onto like probation. And although people are angry at it, nobody's raging. Nobody's raging because we just know full well there's that sinking feeling, a horrible sinking feeling that no matter what we try and say or what we try and do, for every person that gets bullied, look at when Silver Fox was, well, at least arrested and kept overnight, or till the early hours anyway, for tweets, for videos on YouTube. For everyone that gets caught, gets done, at least one other commentator walks away from it saying it's just not worth it. You've got people with kids, you've got people with grandkids, and they was the factors at the beginning that made us fight. They was the factors at the beginning that made us want to push this movement, this mission, to get control back of our country, of our nation. But they're now the ones sitting there going, do I really want to be locked away for anything from, 12 weeks to 8 months to 2.5 years, just for posting that I do not like my MP, I do not like the way my country's run? And a lot of these people, these young parents, these young grandparents now that was there at the forefront, they're going, do you know what? No, I don't want to miss out on my family, because we just don't, not everybody's going to be treated the way Tommy Robinson is being treated in solitary. But if they could treat a civil prisoner like that, what were they going to do if they find somebody who has put alleged things about disliking the government, alleged things about wanting a civil war or an uprising, allegedly? People started to go, do you know what, fuck it. And you can see in people on the YouTubes, when they're doing their videos, the ones that was always bright and into it, they're just like, oh. It's almost like going through the motions because you know nothing's going to change. Until the prisons are full and they literally can't put any more in. But who knows? Anyway, hope everybody stays safe. Look after each other. Look after your friends and your family, your relatives and your elders. Look after your kids, your grandkids, anybody around you, and anybody that just needs a G up. Look after yourselves though. Yeah. Try and stay proud. Try and stay loud. Peace.